Welcome back to GLL Wingman. I'm still the same. He's still Hayes, and you're stuck with us for at least one more game. But we saw a game there, I think, dominated by much more aggression than we saw in Europe.
Yeah, just the sort of the sheer amount of, I guess I want to say hot jobs, but I'm not sure if it was intentional or if they just didn't see them. I don't know, because like usually, you look around, you don't see anyone around you, then you're like, oh, we're fine, and then suddenly there's just out of nowhere there's a guy just there in your compound. You're like, oh, okay. Yeah,
I mean, normally the hot jobs are for what we call like power positions. Somewhere where we expect teams will really want to go, like actually in power grid, but instead we saw it in the compounds, like on the edge of the ridge.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that it was just because they didn't notice until it was too late. But it actually worked out for Snakes and Chimboy in the end.
Yeah. I mean, they got 2 free kills, I guess. Well, I say free, that's a bit toxic, but
I don't think they took any damage, so that's about as free as they can get.
Yeah, the Punishers didn't quite punish anyone, to be honest with you.
Punish themselves maybe with a drop.
Yeah, it happens, right? But apart from that, I think it's was Kaden playing on his own again?
It's rough.
Yeah, that's rough. Nonetheless, yeah.
It's relatable as well.
yeah, right.
Only because you don't like playing duos.
That's actually kind of true.
Yeah,
but that's
the amount of DMs I send him saying, "Do you want to play?" And there's like, "No."
Now I'm playing solos.
Yeah, always playing solos. But here we see the leaderboard for last game. 17 points going the way of Thought We Were Skydiving. French Frogs as well, doing pretty well. And Czech and Sock we saw make it to 3rd place, but the fact that they didn't have many kills because they were just sat in that compound means that they only get 7 points. I say only, they are still 4th from that game, and they are already our leaders. So still loving life. But I'm surprised at how little difference there is between like 3rd and all the way down to 12th. Like we normally see like 3 or 4 teams sort of take off at the top of a single game.
Yeah. There's much less, I guess, disparity between the points. But there we go. The overall leaderboard after that last game, and obviously Czech and T-Sock up at the top still, but
almost wrong.
Yeah,
Czech and Sock up at the top. But
Czech and T-Sock up at the top.
It's worth pointing out 7th place. Thought We Were Skydiving. They've nearly doubled their points already from week 1 in one game, so they're loving life there. And I think we saw them down sort of 14th, 15th place going into that game. So really shooting up the leaderboard. Obviously, in this portion, you need to finish top 3 if you want to make any money. Obviously, the 250 USD for 3rd place. We'll go up to 1,500 for 1st. So they need to start climbing even more. But if they get one more win, suddenly they're challenging right at the top.
Yeah, exactly. But here we go. This is game number 8 overall of the Wingman NA Open, and playing path pretty it's standard stuff really, nothing crazy. And we already see 2 teams going for Valadamar. That's an interesting job. Although I mean,
it's big enough.
Yeah,
it is big enough, and I wouldn't be surprised if maybe one Joe just takes the vehicle and just drives south. The compounds around the coast are actually quite good, especially the ones up on the hill.
That's true. There are some nice warehouses up there, that's for sure. But I think it's also the fact that you drop down and you get your loot pretty quickly as well, right? You're the first ones on the ground, so that's always an advantage, I think, anyway. But shotgun coming out, Cloudtail.
That range, that is the exact opposite of what you want. The shotgun actually it did kind of big tag. I think it got a headshot at that range. Yeah, it's actually going to get the knock onto Cloudtail. No, it was Patreon with the Uzi. So we saw that hot drop coming in Valdemar. It looks like they're going to commit to it, and this feels like a pub game.
Yeah.
Uzi shotgun versus an SLR. It's unconventional, and they're going to spot the final player running away. But the Uzi at that range, you might as well be waving. You could do about the same amount of damage.
yeah. You might as well just shout at him, and it might might hurt his ears or something. Yeah. But the circle is
similar but not the same. Is it a bit further west the last time?
Yeah. It's slightly further west than the previous one. Just south of El Pozo. Pretty much, I mean, centered northwest, northeast of San Martin. So.
And you're loving that if you're Paxton Roth. Already in the central compounds, it's pretty much free real estate.
Zampa.
That's magical.
That's a magical, I guess. I mean, palm tree.
No, it's Execute from Pokemon.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh, my bad. See, I don't know these.
Uncultured.
Things. Uncultured swine.
No.
Oh well.
It's what happens when you drink Earl Grey. Just so you know at home.
Yeah, let's just forget that.
Chubba Bubba with the lineup, but that is like the worst range for a barrel. But he's actually going to switch to the single fire with his 6X, and he gets the knock onto Iceman. Snow Patrol I think it's a bit too warm for you.
Yeah, a bit too hot.
I mean, yeah, you don't really want a hot drop if you're snow.
Yeah, yeah,
gonna
yeah,
melt,
yeah. You'll just melt to in the ground essentially. Chub Bubba, solid work.
Not sure if he needs that SKS after that long range barrel work.
Yeah, right. He did absolute work with that. That was solid stuff. But you can see Shimboys and Snakers are actually in the same spot that they were in previously, which is interesting to see. And it might be
The Punishers have gone.
yeah, yeah. So they fought for that spot then essentially, and just didn't get it, and they were like, okay, next one, next spot. But
Item head out.
yeah. But looks like they should have some good vehicles there as well. I think
There's a hard spawn at the compound, yeah. So
exactly.
they should be good.
It should
They're in a relatively good position in the circle once again. Obviously, they're not as central as they were last game. So I would expect they try and work their way west through the sort of the hilltops. Maybe get onto the big rock, the potato rock, just north of Mr. Original.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it could also be that, or it could just they could go even further west towards the FaZe compound or Knights compound, just further north than that. But I think they probably opt for Vision more than kind of a central spot. I mean, even with the Vision, they'd have a central spot anyway.
Yeah,
so
no, I mean all the ridges and the hilltops are pretty much dead center. So I would expect we see a sort of focus slightly further south, just in this phase, because it's easier to go north, I think, on this circle than to go south, because this road is dominated by some compounds that have really good lines of sight. So if you try to drive past them, you just get blown up. So all these teams generally want to commit to that sort of area, just north of Chumacera and slightly south of Monty, that area, and then it's easier to leave. Maybe you just go west if you're Caden, or even if you're on the road, you can just drive north pretty freely.
Yeah, it's more so like it's easier to get out than oh no, he doesn't hit those. I was waiting for it, but yeah, it's easier to get out there than to get back in there. If you, I mean, so yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. But more rotations coming in. Circle has started to shift in. Now, we should start to see players and teams kind of make their way in, especially towards the Campo Militar. I mean, you got William, Landoon, and
I mean, it's going to be a while. I wouldn't be surprised if they go all the way around Cabrera and try and come in on the west side of the zone, because I mean, you have to be thinking based on the plane that the north side's going to be relatively clear, because obviously it did start in the southwest. We see it sprayed out by Lush here, but just about missing the shots. They do put that car low, but that thing can take so many shots. The bang bus, as it's called, and the Punishers escape for now, and it looks like they might be able to set up some revenge.
Yeah, the Punishers go unpunished, and Lush is now trying to punish. Smoke goes out. Yeah, that's a smoke.
It looks like it really doesn't look like either of the Punishers are prepared for the push. But see you later, Jake.
Yeah, that's a dead Jake right there.
It is.
Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Pop. I wish, but maybe PUBG can change some of the nade sounds that like
they should have sound packs.
Just like
yeah. Yeah.
They just it blows up like a whole building.
Instead of like car explosions, it's like a. What would you have instead of a car explosion?
Confetti.
Yeah.
Just. Poof.
That would be good.
That would be I don't know. Interesting.
I think PUBG Mobile actually has that.
Do they?
Yeah. And it's one of those things where they've been treated and we've been neglected.
Unbelievable. All right. Yeah. I demand this PUBG. Give it to me.
Right now.
Yes.
Literally, patch next 30 seconds, please.
Nonetheless, though, Mitchy Boy just.
I think they should hire you for like voice acting.
Yeah.
For the sounds.
I think you're right. Yep. Oh, there we go. Hacks. Oh, what was that? All right, nice try.
One of the weirder hip fires I've seen. I think it was actually because the gun got forced up by the wall. the hip fire actually hit. And I think it was actually going to miss if it was normally lined up. So maybe getting a little bit lucky there, but it worked out in the end. Pax grabs 2 kills, and they're actually dead center in the compound.
Yeah. Nice tech. The spray comes in. Nothing actually happens. Mortify gets away unscathed, it seems, and this fight is still happening. TSD and
it's not really happening.
No, yeah, it's not exactly, but it's gonna happen sometime. They've
decided sharing's caring.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say Punisher has an Uzi, but the other one doesn't. So it's like it's kind of awkward to say Punisher.
One thing we never see on these compounds is you can actually get in, like on the like the other side of the balcony if you climb on the roof, and no one ever does it. and it actually works out really well.
Hold on, where? Sorry.
So if you climb up on the roof,
Yeah,
from their balcony, you can then run all the way along the roof and hop onto their balcony. And
that makes sense.
and if you have a Molotov as well, if you just lob a Molotov at the door, it's set, like the Molotov will go through doors, and people never do it.
Yeah, I think it destroys the door completely. Like,
Yeah, and
away, doesn't
it destroys the door and it burns the room,
Yeah.
like you've thrown it actually into the room. And I think a lot of people don't actually know that's a thing.
No, yeah. I think you're right with that. Mime, a red dot on an M24. It's not quite exactly what you'd hoped for, but he's making it work, I guess. I think he's pretty close to Caden.
Hayes actually going to do it. He's doing exactly what I said. He doesn't have a Molotov though, but he has climbed on the roof. He's got all the way over, and now Lush is making the push underneath. So this might be the perfect pincer attack here, if they can time it well. If they have a nade on onto Lush to try and sort of get rid of the sound, because
oh yeah.
But they've actually made the push in. Lush is going to go on his own. Now Hayes needs to do something, and I think they heard him drop down.
I don't think they really know. I don't think they expect this at all. Honestly,
I mean, it's something that people do so rarely. I'm trying to work out what he's doing. That. No, he's going to throw the nade downstairs. He needs to find a good timing to do this. Meanwhile, Caden, hiding in the compound, gets the first kill. But the problem is, because he has no utility, there's no real timing for this. He can't even open. He sees the hand through the door, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, that has to be when you go, surely, when you hear the nade.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, he's going to get the first spray. Gets him down. Can he get the flush in as well? No, not quite for now. But he has broken the door, so he should be able to shoot underneath. And he's holding on. He can see the feet, but he can't really do anything about it. And he's going to hop down. He has already lost his teammate, so he needs to try and get a bit of revenge. He's going to run around for now, hop inside, and then run up the staircase. But the res is coming in. He needs to go quickly. Otherwise, he's going to be in another 1v2. Flashbang comes in. Didn't actually do anything, because he's got another one.
They put it on the shelf. More flashbangs.
Did he flash himself?
No.
He runs up the stairs. He spots the first player. You can't see him, mate. He gets the spray down. The other Punisher is on pretty much 1 HP. One more bullet will do it. There we go.
Oh, no. Wait, what?
A different team comes in. I didn't even notice that from the east. I mean, if he got that nade off like a second earlier, he would have got a triple kill with it in duos. Exactly. But we saw them go on the roof, but just the lack of utility meant that they couldn't really make that push. And I think Lush went in a bit preemptively. I would have liked to see him do it the other way around, where the guy upstairs is the one that makes the aggressive play. Yeah. And then you sprint in from downstairs and take him in the back. But it's sort of worked out.
Yeah, it's kind of the distraction of coming up the top, and then you open the door, and then like, oh, there's a guy behind us, and then he comes up the stairs. It's just chaos, and they trade kills, and it works out.
And then the nade just strolls in with a nade.
Yeah, like, as you do.
Alley-oop.
That's it, yeah.
Grabs the point. Meanwhile, that's a little bit rough indeed. Gets taken down by Jail Day as he pulls up. Which you hate to see. And Mr. Vision now put down to low HP as well. So Czech looking for the second kill here, looking to clear out this compound for themselves. And it is relatively central, so it's a really nice position to have. Particularly this compound in general is just it's a very good compound. Yeah,
it's a solid spot. I think if they can get them out, then they'll have a lot more control. And a lot more info as well, to be fair, on the northern side, and they can kind of move on from there if it does shift north. But not really coming in with the push. There's nothing really happening, to be fair. It might be Mr. Original, I think at the angle there, but just didn't want to hit the shot just yet. Looks like he's going to back off, though. Nothing going to come of this, it seems.
Yeah, for now, I think they're just going to move back to that warehouse and group up as a duo and maybe try and look for the tags and then use that to make the aggressive push. But Original's actually got to line up on the check shooter, I think we see. We do see, apart from this, a bit of a stalemate between all the teams. There's a bit of a congestion on the northeast, but no one's really looking for an engagement. But we're already down to 45 players.
Yeah, there's a lot of players already died. You are correct in that. 26 teams alive, 45 players, and this circle, we've seen this circle many times before, especially in today for the Miramar duo game. Tazonates it. He does go down. Dark Dreams with the turn third. Not connecting much though. Looks like he's going to try and back away.
Yeah, I think he's just going to have to run off. There's not really anything you can do to save Taz, and Tetra and Dom Le Bomb have pretty much secured that kill. And they do have a bike there to escape, but they do have another team coming in from the east. J and H, Aldous and Thomas sneaking up.
Oh, yeah, they want the third party.
Once he crests this ridge, I think he's going to be able to see both of them. And they're going to be completely open for him. He's going to spot the car. The lack of sound cues means he's getting a little bit nervous.
Yeah. probably thinks they
he spots him
carried
now.
on. Oh,
No,
no, he hasn't spotted them at all. He's so concentrated on the center of the screen. And there we go.
Together eventually. His teammate actually shoots a bit preemptively, I think. And for now, the bomb squad are able to escape, and they're looking for that second kill, but they have had to sacrifice their vehicles in the process.
Yeah, exactly. The circle has shifted though, slightly north, and I mean, we can kind of expect where the fourth circle is going to go. To be honest with you, because of the rocks next to Shinboy and Snakers, that's going to make it shift north or west. So Darth and Styles are in a really good spot, actually. To be fair, same with I guess Badilal and D-Rich. Tetra, he spots out Dark Dreams. They got aggressive on it, and it's paid off for sure.
The problem is now that they have no vehicle, and they need to make a push across a really open area. They can go into the compound and try and cross there, but a Mortify and Finish should be able to hold them out. And it actually looks like Styles and Darth have an angle as well.
Yeah, it looks like they're taking shots at them already. But I mean, I think they should be able to get into the compound, as you said, and cross over without any issues. I think Mortify and Finna are so. Although, I mean, it looks like Finna's looking at them as well. I'm not sure. I was thinking that maybe they're distracted by Darth and Styles in the compound to look that way, but since there's been so many shots, I don't think I think they know that they're over there, so it makes sense.
Yeah, but Styles and Darth's compound is literally impossible to push because there's a massive open area all the way around it. So unless you have vehicles, it's really hard to hit. So I would expect they're just sort of going to leave it, let them have their way in the compound, and maybe focus on their northeast, which is, as we see, as Aldous and Thomas are actually going to pull up quite close to them.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, it could turn out to be some sort of third party for Petra and Demon Live.
Yeah, it might present the perfect opportunity for them to cross that road.
Yeah, 100%.
Come up behind, grab a couple kills, open their way into the zone. And Mortify is actually getting very split off from Finna. Just can't quite see it in a minute. As we see Kamzi go to make friends with Matty 50, and the bike actually saves his life. Not quite, man. He does get the spray down. He lost Alex pretty early on, but looking to make amends for that. We saw him do pretty well last game on his own with the 4x barrel spray. He's committing to the barrel again, which I love to see. So it's becoming more and more popular, that gun.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think because it's it's come to light that it's such a powerful gun at close range.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the recoil. The recoil is wild.
Yeah, I never run it.
No, same.
Just because I can't control it.
Yeah.
I'm a 5.56 man through and through.
Yeah.
As you see, the shots coming in, but he's actually run out of ammo. Patron has to get the reload, but Crop does go down to low, some range. Earth looking to get revenge, but he just gets sniped from long range by Chubba Bubba. See you later.
That's from the northern side there. They're just underneath the rocks.
Yeah, they popped the melon.
Yeah. That's a solid shot. 6x M24 from Chubba.
Fair distance as well, actually.
Yeah, it's not too bad at all. But the fourth circle shifting in, well, right now, actually. And it does go straight west. Okay, so yeah, not exactly northwest, but straight west. So D-Rich and Badalal are in a super nice spot now.
Yeah, we saw this circle in Europe earlier. And the team that was in D-Rich and Badalal's compound was the team that won out the game. So whether it is going to sort of stay fairly central and favour them until that sort of 7th, 8th phase, I'm not quite sure. If it does go further east, it becomes very rough for those players.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of teams that are not in this circle and sort of get funneled into the same area.
Yeah, that's what you get when you commit to the power grid side, and it shifts over here on the fourth circle. It happens a lot, to be fair, and it happens. I think nearly every time this circle pops up. So you would think that teams have learnt by now,
but it's whether they could do anything about it is the problem.
Yeah, that's true.
You might know that the circle's going to go west, but not have the means to get anywhere west.
Yeah, but then would you not set up to try and come in from a different side if you know that?
But the circle before, you don't know it's going to shift to where it went. So if it had gone slightly further east in the previous circle, then suddenly it would be shifting north or east.
Yeah, I do agree with that. But, D-Rich and Co. Just trying to take some shots at Tetra and D-Bomb Live. They've gone for a really, really good spot there. Like I think we saw.
It's the A-dip, huh?
Yeah. Exactly it. It's the A-dip. But we did see a team play in the European Opens just previously, and it worked out pretty. I think they got either third or second place.
It was second. Yeah, it was because the compound won the game and they came second.
Yeah, exactly. So a solid spot, and that should sort of confirm their. Their top placement there, unless things change. But some teams could do some strange things and they could go out pretty early.
I like to think I could tell the future. I'm going to say both those teams are going to do well. So there we go. They're first and second now. Confirmed.
Confirmed by Say. Yeah, this is not win, by the way. Just saying.
They handed me a fiver before the game, and could say no. Meanwhile, Ice Tech got a nice little double spray down there. Grab the 2 kills, grab the 2 points, and we're getting dangerously close to our placement points now. And if you're looking at 26 alive, generally you know that you're getting very close. Historically, it's like top 20 is placement points.
Yeah.
In these duos. So at this point, I wonder if there are people thinking, do we go a bit more passive now, or do we just let other people die? It's like if you play poker, if anyone at home plays poker, when you get near the bubble, which is like when you get the payout in poker, you get people that will go a lot more reserved if they don't have that much, that many chips. They just sort of step back and they let other people put their chips in, and hope they can at least get to the bottom placement point. So your team's on the edge of the circle now, maybe not looking for those Hail Marys until they're into that top 20.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah, it makes sense in terms of like a battle royale standpoint as well. But yeah, Patron's down. So
particularly if you're someone like Sheaf on the southwest,
yeah,
you have to run through a duo to get anywhere near the like a relatively decent position in the circle. Ooh, Pax takes them both out from long range with the M24. So maybe I was wrong earlier about the strength of a DMR at range, or maybe Pax is just good. Which
yeah, Pax is probably just
I can confirm
a pretty good player.
But yeah, as I was saying, if Sheaf is looking at I take that. Oldless going for a bit of a push here onto Elijah and Colsey. Colsey goes down to the teammate. One apiece for Oldless and Tuomas. Is it just what is that? Is that something backwards? No, it's not. It's just gibberish.
Yeah, it's just a strange team name.
Random name. But yeah, as I've been trying to say for about 5 minutes, in Sheaf's position here, the one thing he doesn't want to do is run across that road because he knows 21 alive. I mean, quite literally, one solo needs to die and he's into the placement points.
Yeah.
So if he's looking at that, if he's thinking, well, he should be thinking, let me just wait. Let me wait for the circle to at least close and then try and make a push because I can at least grab 1 or 2 points.
Yeah. It's essentially waiting for the until the last second and biding your time, and you might get a few more points because other players do the opposite. And take a risk early on to beat people to a certain spot, which I kind of understand that as well. That makes sense. But see Pax and Roth on the southern side, they're kind of holding out Jay. He's not got any cover in the circle. He's got to essentially push over, and it looks like they have him dead to rights.
I think the only way really he gets into the circle is if he tries to get a knock. If you can get one of them down and force the res, then potentially you can get close before they make a peek. But that M24 is getting you. It's the one thing you don't want to be peeking into, really.
Yeah.
And we've already seen Pax do work with Secret. Talking about doing work, gets Tuomas down. Spots the second player as well. Aldous with the lineup, gets the tags in. Should be able to res.
Yeah,
Tuomas, as long as he gets down there in time. Yeah, it looks like it should be okay. So they should be able to survive with 2 going into this. Pax doesn't quite land the shot this time, but he does have the M4 in his back pocket. Very big pocket, obviously. But the nades actually come out, and that second nade should be good. No, Jay runs away, so it should be okay for now.
Ooh, yeah, close, but not close enough. Still low.
Tickled him.
Yeah, it's did some kind of damage, but they have clear line of sight. Yes, that's not. I mean, nice try, I guess. There
was an attempt.
Yeah, there's not much you can really do with that if he's run out of any utility. But William over here on the northern side of Monte Nuevo, he's got a nice little break SLR with this Atex.
It does look like he's aware that there can be someone to his south, so he's a little bit nervous. But he's in a position where if he does get knocked, he's not necessarily going to get insta-flushed. But if he does get knocked, it opens an opportunity to Sheaf maybe to make a play. But it looks like Sheaf is just hiding for now. Like, it's not having anything to do with that duo.
No, yeah, there's no need, as you said with your poker analogy. It's just like there's no need to really make the move until you really have to. But the circle does shift and it goes slightly southwest, just I guess over towards Suttle and William, and they're looking okay for now. They've got is that the only hard cover in the circle, because Dirich and Badilol's compound is actually outside now.
Yeah, so it's the only compound left, certainly.
Yeah.
Is there a shack where No, they're in the dip on the hill. Yeah. So we've got pretty much nothing left. There are a lot of ridges that people could play. Obviously, Tetra and Domino Bomb down their dip. It's quite strong, but it's very susceptible to the east. was a nice little nade from Chobovo. The
Oh, yeah. Wow.
the alley-oop for a double onto Aldous and Thomas there, and securing potentially a path into the eastern edge of this circle.
That's a solid nade indeed. Roth throwing out some smokes, just trying to give him some sort of a soft cover on his backside so he can peek over and take a look at his well, I guess his eastern side. And you got Shimboy down there. Is he in a shack or a hay bale shed?
It's a shed, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. So I mean, he's got a while to run and he's out of the circle. So I don't think that's going to end well for Shinboy.
And finally, Sheaf needs to make a play here. He has to try and get across the road. He's going to get spotted out by Subtle. The initial tag does come in, but it doesn't do much damage. And William now has to commit to the 1v1. He gets to the wall, but this push should be perfect.
Ooh.
Yeah, William gets him down in the end. Sheaf, I mean, he got to top 9 on his own. Fair play. I guess, what's that, 3 points,
Yeah.
I think.
Maybe. It's around there, I think.
2 or 3.
But yeah, I mean, you know, he got some points for it nonetheless, which is what you want essentially.
And I can also confirm that 2 or 3 points is better than 0. So
Yes.
the fact that he did snake, he didn't go for that Hail Mary across early on means that he at least got a couple points out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Dierich with the 15 times on the mini, and
I don't think I've ever actually picked that scope up.
I have, and then I didn't use it.
No, I think I've probably picked it up and then gone, nah.
I feel like it's the zeroing is a bit off on that one. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I just missed my shot. That's probably the case. But
Probably.
yeah. Meanwhile, you can see Dom the Bomb live. He's knocked already. Darth going for the res. Oh no, that's on Styles actually. I mean, if he tries to go for the res on Dom, it won't quite work. To be honest with you.
It would be very nice of him to just go and
Yeah,
res
right.
the other team. Have another go at killing me. But unfortunately, it has no utility. Otherwise, you would be able to just get a double kill instantly. But it looks like for now, D-Rich is going to try. I think D-Rich is looking for a way across the road. But the fact that there's 2 duos here rather than just the one makes it very difficult.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's trying to sort of smoke out and do something to get over that side. But I mean, the circle is like literally centered on the road. So I don't think you really want to commit to any which side, really. I don't think there's any point.
William's doing work on this west. We're not really seeing it in the flesh, but we're seeing it on the map. He's just got 3 kills in very quick succession. Obviously, he got the one in the confine and then ran north, took out a duo on his own. It looks like he might lose his teammate in the process, though. So potentially being forced to be a little bit more passive now. But he's actually going to have Maxim Dubs coming behind him.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's quite interesting. Yeah, they've decided to cross over. The circle has obviously shifted pretty hard towards the west, so they've decided to rotate around towards the shorter side, which does make sense. They're coming from Monte Nuevo, north of it, and they might have a contender in William to deal with.
Yeah, realistically, there's only 2 positions with actual proper cover, where William is and where Tetra and Dom Bomb are. So all these teams now are centralising on those 2 points. We see 4 teams fighting for the north, and Pack's trying to sneak up behind William for the south position.
Yeah, it looks like D-Rich has dropped the 15x. Smart choice that. It just doesn't work. In my eyes, anyway.
Yeah, in this game, for sure.
Yeah. I suppose that, if you want to zoom out with the 8x, it's not too bad. Big spray from Styles. Is he prone? He was prone. Yeah, he's a prone gamer. Got nothing really done there. A lot of damage, but no knocks come through. 8 kills on the LK squad.
The execute.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's execute. I might be getting that completely wrong.
I think you're right. Possibly. I mean, it looks like a palm tree though. But I'm trying to push in the.
I'm wrong. It's not execute.
Okay. I see.
I think execute evolves into it.
Okay. So it's something else. I mean, it does look like a Pokemon though. To be fair. So see it March go out fourth place. That was Lobes and co. But a solid placement nonetheless. Lots of kills. So we should see them up top of the leaderboard for that game.
I'm a little bit tilted because it's executor.
Oh, is it
execute is the egg that evolves into the tree for some reason. I don't know why an egg evolves into a tree.
Yeah, well, that makes no sense.
But
okay, interesting.
I was like 90% right.
Yeah, you're on the right track.
Considering it's 2 a.m. in the morning, I was right enough.
Yeah, exactly. But looks like
Alex Penn's Twitter feed is going hard.
Yeah,
It's nothing new.
lighting up.
Yeah.
And yeah, Pax and Roth, they've made a really good. I like the rotation, the fact that they went around the south towards the western side, and
Well, it certainly worked out.
Yeah, 100%. And now the circle's obviously shifted kind of south, and they have majority control. It seems Dom and Tetra kind of have to push in. I'm not sure what the cover looks like on the other side of the road. Sort of south of Tetra on the other side from Pax and Roth. So yeah, it might be quite rough. We'll have to see. I think Tetra's just inside on that ridge. But after that, it's
there's nothing to play beyond that.
Exactly.
It's just completely open. So it's all about who's got the most utility now. Yeah, who can properly utilize their smokes to make an aggressive push. And talking of smokes, Roth doesn't have any, so a little bit rough.
Yeah, that's tough stuff. He does know that Rich is somewhere around. I'm not sure if I don't think he knows it is Rich, but he knows that there's somebody lurking towards his north, and he's trying to jump spot him or something like that, but nothing really coming of fruition here.
Rich actually has a few Molotovs in his bag, so if he does spot out one of the players, I wouldn't be surprised if we see him start throwing things. I think Dom can actually see him. I don't know, like obviously he can't see him, otherwise he'd be shooting him. But he's actually on his screen, I think.
Possibly.
He's focusing on the duo. Still alive in the circle. He's taxing towards the vehicles, and obviously this is final phase. Does center up now, and yeah, we see the nades coming in. It's almost perfect, but he gets the spray down, looking to at least get 2 kills. But no, Dominant Bomber's going to save their lives. Is there time for the res? No, they're actually going to go for the push. I like this. The aggression. They recognise that the down is there. Use these smokes to prevent some to create some portable hard cover. They can look for both kills.
Yeah. Oh, big shot from Pax that comes out. That's the M24 coming to play. A body shot, and they're still trying to push it. There we go. So Tetra takes the kill, 6 kills, and actually Dierich does get that last kill. So that's something for him anyway.
Yeah, 3rd place, and I think they got a few kills. But yeah, 16 points going towards the bomb squad. I think they're already in a pretty decent position in the leaderboard, if I remember correctly. So they're going to be moving up towards those top spots. Obviously, we saw our current 1st place duo. They didn't have a great game. And our brains are working. Checking Sock or checking J today. Yeah. Didn't have a great game. So those teams behind potentially using that to try and catch up now.
True. Yeah. That makes total sense. There
was a pop.
Here's the pop that. There we go. Big. And it's just a lot of aggressiveness.
It's the weirdest hip fire I've ever seen. Right?
Yeah, that was kind of awkward. And this play, this play we spoke about quite a bit. It's just I think it was in a different time. I think it would have been better to just to jump down.
If they did it the other way around, it would have been perfect, I think. But that was a nice shot by Pax. I think he actually got the M24 knock on the other player as well. So at that range, hitting consistent M24 shots, that would pretty saucy.
Yeah, but it seems like Dierich kind of gave
the win.
Gave Bomb Squad the win essentially. But I mean, he did get a kill for it as well. So I think.
But it's the same as coming second.
Yeah.
If you come second or he gets a kill and comes third, it's exactly the same. And he had the opportunity for the kill, and there wasn't like he wasn't definitely coming second. So I understand fully why he went for it, and he secured himself that point that otherwise he might not have got.
That's true. Yeah. Yep. So solid play from Dierich, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna head it to a quick break. So I will see you soon, or at least he will.